Ukraine's Ministry of Defense is planning to eliminate 50,000 Russian soldiers every single month. That's 600,000 casualties per year. And here's why this number matters. It's the exact threshold beyond which Russia physically cannot compensate for its own losses, the point of no return. Ukraine wants to kill 50,000 Russians per month. This is difficult, but a realistic task, President Zelenskyy stated. This isn't just rhetoric. This is calculated warfare entering a new phase. Welcome to the War Update. On January 22nd, at the World Economic Forum in Davos, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy delivered statistics that should alarm the Kremlin. Russian casualties have exploded from 14,000 killed per month last year to 35,000 killed in December alone. That's a 150% increase in the death rate within 12 months. This was stated by the president during the unveiling of his initiative to evaluate drone unit effectiveness.
In December, our units achieved a result of 35,000 neutralized occupiers. Thank you for this result. These are killed and badly wounded occupiers. A very telling example. Over 10 years of war in Afghanistan, the Soviet army lost half as many as the Russians lost in just 1 month of this war.
Think about that comparison. A decade of Soviet warfare in Afghanistan produced fewer casualties than Russia is experiencing in a single month in Ukraine. But here's where the mathematics become truly devastating for Moscow. According to the Ukrainian president, Russia mobilizes between 40,000 and 43,000 people monthly, but has already started losing 35,000. The source for these figures? Zelensky's official address at the World Economic Forum, January 2026.
Russian losses are the biggest what they had ever. So I'm just sharing with you, the real statistic is 35,000 killed per month. 35,000 soldiers. Last year, these months, it was about 14,000. So Russia is not thinking about it, but we think about it. We think how they lose and how many soldiers they lose. We know that they mobilize 43,000 per month, and they begin to lose 35. From these 43, you have to know that about 10–15% are run away, and there are some wounded, but you can understand that their army stopped increasing. This is important because of our drones technologies and our operators of drones.
This is the inflection point. For the first time since the full-scale invasion began, Russia's military is shrinking despite continuous mobilization efforts. To understand the scale of Russia's catastrophe, we need perspective. The Russian army is advancing in Ukraine at a rate of 15 to 70 meters per day. That's an anti-record in the history of warfare over the last 100 years. They're paying in blood for every meter of Ukrainian soil. According to the Washington Center for Strategic and International Studies, Russia has lost approximately 1.2 million soldiers, killed, wounded, and missing, in this war with Ukraine. The number of killed since 2022 has reached 325,000 people. Let me repeat that, 325,000 dead Russian soldiers. No major power has suffered such losses or casualties in any war since World War II. This isn't hyperbole. This is documented analysis from one of America's most respected strategic research institutions. Russia is experiencing World War II-level casualties in what they thought would be a quick special military operation. And now, meet Ukraine's new Minister of Defense, Mikhail Fedorov. This isn't some Soviet-era general in epaulets clinging to outdated doctrine and paper reports. This is an IT manager running a war like a billion-dollar startup. And his logic is devastatingly simple. Efficiency, data, rapid iteration. Fedorov is applying Silicon Valley principles to the battlefield, and it's working. Here's how. He's introduced a gamification element, E-points awarded for every eliminated enemy combatant. Think of it like a video game scoring system, but with real-world consequences. Units accumulate these points based on verified eliminations. Then comes the revolutionary part, Brave One Market. Think of it as Amazon for the front lines. Military units can directly purchase drones, electronic warfare systems, and components from Ukrainian manufacturers using their accumulated E-points. No paperwork, no intermediaries, no bureaucratic delays. And here's the feedback loop that makes this brilliant. Manufacturers can see the effectiveness of their drones in real time, online. If a particular drone model is consistently successful, it gets more orders. If it fails, production shifts immediately. It's iterative development at wartime speed. We are removing the paper army that takes time and focus away from the military. All data is generated automatically based on the actual work of the crews. For the first time, commanders get a complete picture of mission execution in real time, without manual reports and bureaucracy. This is warfare meeting the 21st century. While Russia operates with Soviet-era command structures, Ukraine is building a digital military ecosystem. Fedorov's strategic goal is nothing less than the complete digital transformation of Ukraine's armed forces. This isn't just about buying drones more efficiently. This is about fundamentally reimagining how a modern military operates. The ecosystem includes Brave One Market, the direct procurement platform eliminating supply chain corruption and delays. Mission Control, drone management systems integrated into the Delta combat ecosystem, allowing real-time coordination of hundreds of UAVs simultaneously. Brave One Data Room, a secure environment for testing and training artificial intelligence models for military applications. Ukraine is building AI that learns from every engagement, every strike, every miss. The system gets smarter with every mission. This is how you fight a war in 2026. Not with more tanks and people, but with better algorithms. Not with more soldiers, but with force multiplication through technology. Let me show you what this looks like on the battlefield. Operators from the 423rd Separate Unmanned Aerial Systems Battalion, Scythian Griffins, destroyed a Russian Strela-10 anti-aircraft missile system. These systems are no longer manufactured in Russia, and the estimated replacement cost is between $6 and $8 million. But the weapon used on it? A strike drone that costs 250 times less than its target. Do the math. A $30,000 drone just eliminated an irreplaceable $7 million Soviet-era system. And this wasn't a one-off success. This is the second similar strike in January alone. Earlier, the same battalion destroyed an OSA anti-aircraft system deep behind enemy lines, more than 30 kilometers from the front. That system was worth at least $10 million. Again, destroyed by a weapon 300 times cheaper. This is classic asymmetric warfare taken to its logical extreme. Million-dollar Soviet equipment vanishing in seconds thanks to rapid technological development and operational innovation. The Russians can't outproduce these losses. They can't manufacture new Strela-10s. They're pulling museum pieces from storage, and Ukraine is destroying them faster than Russia can deploy them. Here's the bottom line, and it's very brutal in its clarity. Ukraine is transitioning into a phase where victory isn't measured in territory captured, but in enemy attrition. The goal of 50,000 Russian casualties per month isn't a target for its own sake. It's the mathematical point of no return for Russia. When you're losing 50,000 soldiers monthly while only mobilizing 40,000, and 10 to 15% of those mobilized are deserting, the arithmetic is inescapable. Your army shrinks, your reserves deplete, your offensive capability collapses. All that remains is to accelerate the tempo. Drones, artificial intelligence, rapid iteration, performance-based accountability, digital procurement, real-time data analytics, AI-assisted targeting, decentralized command structures enabled by technology. This is the new reality of warfare. Russia is fighting a 21st century war with 20th century methods, burning through irreplaceable Soviet stockpiles and treating soldiers as expendable resources. Ukraine is fighting a 21st century war with 21st century technology, maximizing efficiency, minimizing friendly casualties, and turning every engagement into data that makes the next engagement more lethal. The war continues, but now Ukraine is dictating the rules of attrition. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more updates on how this war is being won through innovation, not just ammunition. Click on the like button and share with others. See you in the next one.